ask me how I feel about his son, I don't care. Oh. That's a bozo that didn't know that he had it coming to him. Yeah. I did a freestyle this morning. One of the freestyles I did was about broads. I was like, hey, I said, hey, dear. I said, hey, dear, what you up to? I'd like to take you out for a few drinks one night. Is that cool? No? That's okay. I don't care. I'll grab another one because all you bitches the same.
T.O. Lestat always telling them bitches.
And that's how I hate bitches, bro. And I don't mean to hate bitches. I'm jaded on them. I'm my ex, man.
It's not unreasonable considering your past. It's really not unreasonable.
Here's the thing. It's not even the past, homie. It's still going on. This broad has my daughter just being so fucking mean and nasty to me, dog. Yep. Yeah, so she has my daughter being so mean and nasty to me right now, you know what I mean? And literally, my kid was never like this to me. And all of a sudden, she don't care. She don't want to talk. She wants to hang out. She hangs up 3 seconds. I probably have talked to her for a total of 60 seconds since she tried to have me arrested, by the way. When I went to probation last month, she lied to them and said I was harassing her. And they fucking arrested me out of probation. Fucking ridiculous, dude. And I haven't done anything. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. The second time now. That was why I was locked up last week. That's why I got this jail album. You know what I mean? So then since I've been out, my kid has been really kind of nasty to me since last year, and really been bad. And so I said to my, I emailed. I'm allowed to email her. That's all I do. I email about our kid like I'm supposed to. And I said, this really ain't working. She's hanging up. Can we do something different? I said, otherwise, I got to take a step back for Juliana's sake. She's clearly upset. And she emails me back and she's like, I 100% agree. These calls are dumb. There's no point to them. I don't know why you even bother calling. She hates you. Da, 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 da. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. She's like, no, they're done. I don't want you calling her anymore. I said, here's the thing, sweetheart. There's a divorce decree in place. A judge made that decision. What makes you think you get to make that decision? Are you fucking kidding me right now? She's like, she said, I already made my decision in another second email. I already made my decision. I said, I don't care what you made. I said, well, we'll see what the judge thinks about it. Because that's how you got to take these broads to court. You have to. You can't fight them because they're going to turn the table on you. The probation believes everything she says, even though they're supposed to defect me. I have probation on every single email I send to her. So she calls Goodyear police. It's like, and then they want to arrest me. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Can't win.
That would drive any man crazy. So, like, speaking of any man being driven crazy, we're shooting the shits with T.O. Lestat. As always, the man with the plan. Yeah. Always crack here at your service. Here to make you laugh. Am I funny like a fucking clown or something?
Do I look like a fucking clown? You're gonna make you laugh like I'm a fucking clown or something? Huh?
But yeah.
One of the greatest lines in mafia movies.
Yo, for real. Like,
oh God.
Either that or Christopher Walken talking about, hey, you're talking to my man all wrong. See, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. But no, like, speaking of people going crazy, you know what I mean? I mean, that is what we're here to talk about tonight. We're here to talk about mental health, the album, and the subject. We have
and the mixtape. Mental health. I need some help. I need some help.
Mixtape. Yeah, when's the mixtape up?
The mixtape I'm putting together. I actually got to send a bunch of the stems to you, obviously. Was what I'd like to do. I can mix it myself. It's not going to sound as good, so I'd rather you do it until I get better at it. You know what I mean? But the mixtape is finished. It's completely finished. You know what I mean? I just got to get it to you mixed. And the key is what I'm going to do is because I'm putting in. I've been putting in for a couple of days because these fucking files, man, they make it so difficult to do shit. So I'm getting Mental Health Despondent on vinyl, and I'm getting it on tape cassette and CD. You know what I'm saying? And so. Yeah, so anybody that buys the tape cassette or the CD gets the mixtape Mental Health I Need Help for free. I'll send it to you.
What y'all doing? Yeah. Buy that shit like right now.
100%. Like you can start pre-ordering it, right? And I can send you either a digital copy or I don't need to make CDs. I don't think I'm gonna. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna bundle it in a file drive and just send it to people that buy it, so you have the actual MP3 of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me personally, like I would rather have a record like. Because if you're gonna have something that is, that's
goes along, compliments.
Yeah, okay. Like it's
not a record. I'm gonna get it on CD probably because that's how CD. And I wanted to have it like the old flip side, the cardboard front. You know what I mean? Like the Case Lay CDs and the fucking Who Kid and them shits. You know what I mean? Back Green Lantern days. You know, when I was a kid.
I did that shit.
When we were kids.
I had
Fire,
fucking,
bro.
you know, like I had burned ass CDs. Like I had burned CDs, and I was just racking them up, putting them in whatever jewels I could find. You remember those like the like,
your jewel cases, yeah, absolutely.
and that's what, you know, I used to look forward to the art that was in those. That was my favorite part about the albums was like, of course, the music that's goes without saying, but it was the album art, the thank yous, like the shout outs. That shit was. I mean, that was crucial,
bro. So me and my brothers, I'm a triplet in case people don't know. Shouts out Trevor and Travis, a little Team Burns, what's good? You know, me and my two brothers, we were hip hop heads from way back in the day. My cousin, first tape that my cousin ever gave was the Fat Boys Crushin' album. This was like 85, bro.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Yep. And then
where'd you get this, son?
Damn, where did you find this at? So I had the Fat Boys Crushin' on tape. I had Houdini, you know, Basketball, that album. And then the first one that really turned me into like, you know, loving hip hop, and honestly, it's one of my major influences. SHxxTiN, Digital Underground Sex Packets, '89, and so those are the couple of tapes I had, you know, as a kid. So we fell in love with hip hop, me and my two brothers, bro. And so we were tape collectors, we were hustlers too, you know what I mean? So we would sell all this shit, we would get our own money, we would go to the mall, we'd steal some tapes and buy some tapes, you know what I mean? From the Wall and Camelot and shit, for real. And so while they're buying, I'm in there stealing them because I was really good at it. I would steal 2-3 tapes at a time, bang, 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 and I'm out the door, so nobody would. I would grab, you know how they used to have the long plastic things that you would put it in?
Yeah.
And it would slide in, and the whole back was useless space, and then it was just the tape cassette up front. I'll just grab it, boom, 2 seconds. I had that shit in my pocket, son.
That's what I was just wondering about that. Is like, how the fuck did you get out of there with them things? Because you're not gonna take them out of that like in the store.
No, that has an alarm on it. That thing, I took the thing off in the store. I would be looking at the tape, and I would literally take it off the thing. I would like flip the top of it open, and boom, push the tops out, the 2 corners, boom, and the tape would just pop out, and I'd throw the fucking plastic thing like in the underneath or in the where the CD or records were, so they would sled down in it, so you couldn't see that something that had been stolen. You know what I mean? And so they would do an inventory for real, and I would have 3-4 tapes from the Camelot, 2 tapes from the Wall, and then we would buy 2. You know what I mean? And so we would go to buy 2, we'd come back with 7 or 8 because I would get busy.
Buy 2, get 7 free. It's a common
buy
deal.
Buy 2, get 6 free. Buy 2, get 6 free, man. You know what I mean? It's everything how I live. Even right now when I'm still buying beer, it's buy 1 beer, get 3 free. Because 3 go right here. Dude, I hate to say that, but it's true. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say that is how I would do it if I were going to do it. You know, that's what I think you meant to say.
No, I definitely do it. From every store I go to, it don't matter. And it's crazy, seriously, bro. Because I have to, man. I don't really got a lot of money, man. I'm still grinding from when I got out of jail, you know. And then I'll tell you honestly, I was starting to get ahead. And then the probation thing last month, I missed 3 days of work because I went in and, you know, speaking of mental health, I told the PO that was bringing me down to fucking the jail. I was like, you know, man, fuck this, fuck that kid of mine. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm done with her. She ain't my problem anymore. I don't give a fuck about that kid. I said, you know what? Honestly, dude, I wish I would have fucking killed myself when I wanted to. Fucking 6 months ago, and the guy was like, wait, what did you just say? I was like, man, you heard me. I said, I wish I would have fucking done it. He's like, nah, you're gonna. I said, no, man, it don't matter. I said, I can go in here and find an easy way, you know, because they're gonna put me in prison if they put me back in jail.
Yeah. Because
I'm violating the order 2 times in a year. I'm fucked, you know, because I haven't done it either time, but they don't give a shit, you know. Money, you know, they keep a light on for you in county jail, like they say.
I mean,
on probation especially, you know what I mean.
I know for a fact that they, you know, once you're in that system, they want to keep you in that system. I mean, it's just it's rigged, it's privatized, it's everything.
Privatized. In Maricopa County is a county privatized county jails, bro. Like the county runs it, but a corporation owns it.
I mean, that's every jail in Florida. Every single jail in Florida is a county, state. It doesn't matter. They're all privately owned.
Privatized.
Which, you know, I think it's a conflict of interest where judges are allowed to own a part of the companies that own the jails. That right there,
that's one thing they do.
That's bullshit. That's literally, you've compromised yourself. They're supposed to have that the moral and ethical codes.
Yeah.
Nah.
And here's the thing people don't realize is that okay, so this has to do really with hip hop music since we're on the topic always of hip hop in this shit. So prior to like NWA's shit, you know, you had the Ghetto Boys, but their first shit wasn't too gangster, gripping on the other level and shit like that. It was still hardcore, but it wasn't gangster rap, right?
Right.
Because gangster rap really I attribute to the Ghetto Boys, Brad Jordan, Scarface, fucking Bushwick Bill. Really, they're the first gangster rap group to come out, and then the NWA comes out. That's fact. But when they pushed out NWA, we go from conscious hip hop, right, or like real fucking life type shit. They're not talking about killing each other, drug dealing, and pimp. Wasn't none of that when I was a kid, man. Digital Underground's a great example of that. SHxxTiN never spoke or spit about hurting people at all, bro. And his albums were fucking dope, dude. Some of the dopest hip hop you'll ever hear. All 7 of his albums, you know what I mean?
Do you think that was because it was not really a there wasn't anything to compare it to? Because when you know, when gangster rap hit the ground running, it's still going, like, to this day. The stuff that was there before is not going.
No, there's no more conscious hip hop. I mean, I spit kind of conscious hip hop in a sense, you know what I mean? Because I talk about real life shit. I've never talked about killing somebody in a song ever in any of my songs. And any of the 200 I've recorded or fucking 75 I've written more, or the 200 I'm still currently writing. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, I don't talk about killing people. I talk about shit that I do. You know, I steal from beer, so I talk about stealing beer. You know what I mean?
I really don't recall you saying anything about killing people.
I've never talked about that and I don't talk about shooting guns off at people. Now, I'll say, like, I have a chopper in the trunk because I do. When I had my fucking guns before they took them, and I came in Arizona, I always had a chopper in the trunk with the extended 30-round magazine. I always had a pistol right here in the dash. I always had ammo in the back. You're allowed to, bro.
Yep.
And so that's true. Because we live in a state of Arizona, bro. It's so Wild West out here still, dude. Motherfuckers will pull first, bow, and shoot you. And then fucking run or act. It's crazy, dude. And I'm talking over small altercations in parking lots, dog. Stupid.
Over dumb shit.
Over dumb shit. And so gangster rap, like we were saying, you know, gets introduced under the Clinton administration. And because Clinton and Walmart, best friends, Sammy Walmart, right?
Yep.
Sammy Walter, whatever. They privatize him. Clinton, his cronies, they own the company's stock. They own mad stock in these companies, and I can't remember the exact name, but it may come to me.
Wait,
they put
hold
these.
On. Is it under Clinton or Bush?
Under the Clinton administration, crack era.
I thought it was Tipper. I thought Tipper Gore. I thought she was under Bush, like that era.
That's parental advisory stuff.
Right, but that's when they started coming after. And started really, you know, like
they started coming after gangster rap. I'm talking about when gangster rap was introduced, prisons were privatized because the companies that own the privatized prisons are also owners and stockholders in fucking the Warner Group, the music company. They're crisscrossing each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so Clinton is big in this. Walmart is huge in it because people don't realize this. Fucking. Think how many prisons, state prisons and federal prisons, they make stuff. And where does it be sold at? Walmart. It's free slave labor.
Shit.
So the more people you throw in, they used to have in Arizona pay per day, $38 a day that you were in there, you got to pay the state.
Yeah, we still do.
What? You have that?
Yeah, Florida has that still. You
pay That's absurd, bro.
Yeah, you pay to go
that
to jail.
That right there shows it's a money-making system. Seriously.
They already know it. We know it. Everybody knows it. If you're paying attention.
We shouldn't be incarcerating people to make money off them. Only the rawest of raw should be in prison, bro. Weed, even drugs should not go to prison. I'm sorry, man. Like, drugs, if you're selling drugs, you should go to a correctional facility, but not a prison. If you're using drugs, you should never be in prison. You should be at the fucking mental health help place. You know what I mean? Drug addiction place, bro. You know how many people I saw in jail when I was in there throwing up on themselves and shitting on themselves for days and days and days because they're withdrawing from drugs? What are you in here for? I got busted with a meth pipe, or I got 2 fatties on me. I'm like, you didn't even have weight, you have personal use, and they'll put you in prison, bro. It's fucking stupid.
I'm gonna throw 2 personal stories out there. One, one was the. Actually, I'm just gonna do the one because it's more pressing. So I had my. So over this weekend, I went and did that punk festival. And,
I remember.
You know, the second day I was there, I got a text message. I'm not going to say his name or anything because, you know, his family's very sensitive.
Don't call people out by names.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I had a friend that went out there and went to jail out there you know.
And where was the festival?
Oh no, I'm talking about out there where you're at. In
Oh,
Arizona.
AZ. It's not a jail. You want to. Here's the thing with jail, and I'll stop you there. You come to Arizona on vacation, you leave on probation.
He even knew because he was on probation when he came here in the first place to Florida, and you know he had to clear the process and get it moved over here. He finally got through it. Went back to Arizona.
Interstate commerce is expensive.
Well, he had been to a rehab quite a few times, and that's what we really bonded on was like being an accountability partner, like going, hey man, like fucking, like trying to keep my nose clean, trying to keep him in line. And it worked because it was like let's do positive shit. And so he goes out there and he ends up he was going out there for solars, the people that are selling solar. He's gonna go try and jump on. Yeah. Super money.
Yeah. You can own your own company. You're making $100,000 in a fucking month out here doing that shit, bro.
Easily.
Real.
And that's what they were saying and they were gonna give him his own team and his own section, his own area, and then he was going to take that, set it up, and was going to come back to Florida because we do solar here too. So that was the idea. He drives all the way out there. I saw him on his way. Like we met in.
I remember the kid. You was looking for him. You asked me to look for him or ask about him when I was inside. I did. I couldn't find him, but I remember you were here. You were looking for him and shit. So
yeah.
So what did he go to jail for?
He went
there to work.
Yeah, the very first day he got there, his the guy that he was supposed to go there to meet, like to one of his old school friends, that morning, that friend had his wife told him they don't want to be together. It's a divorce time. She's moving out. All this stuff. So the friend goes, "Yeah, I can't host you here." He's like, "Yo, I already returned the rental car and I got my big. He had a fucking." Not a Great Dane, but a Cane Corso. Fucking huge, beautiful dog. He's got that, and he's got like 4 bags full of shit. So he's like, he's trying to get around with that. And the friend's like, yo, look, I can get you a ride to like a hotel or something. He's like, bro, I'm supposed to be staying here. Like, you know how much the hotels are? Like, what? He's like, yo.
Well, I began when I was homeless. When I was homeless, I was going. I was staying in the hotels for $28 to $32 a day.
Where?
Cheap. Yeah. When I got my first job again, when I was working at the car lot at Western Towing there, fucking assholes. Shouts out, you fucking pieces of shit. I hate all you. You guys are scumbags. These guys are scumbags too. They are scumbags. They do some scumbag shit. Anyone listening in Phoenix, if your car goes to Western Towing, I guarantee you, their lot attendants are stealing shit from your cars. I seen them doing it, and I call them out on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible, bro. So, you shouldn't steal from people that are in the mix.
You don't steal from people. Steal from corporations all day. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. I don't have that
companies, corporations, exactly. I don't mind stealing beer because it's fucking the store. I'm not gonna say it just in case someone sees it or but it's the store. It's not my friend.
But some people might steal from stores. Located right down the block from my house.
I've heard people steal from stores. You know what I mean?
So he went out there. The friend, pretty much was like, "You're high and dry. You got a big ass dog and lots of bags, and no money to really get around." So he's like, "Fuck." So he tried to reach out to his mom and stuff, and they weren't gonna help him because like he's got a past. He's been to rehab 4 fucking times. So like, we're not gonna send you hundreds of dollars. Like it's not.
I don't really blame him. You know what I mean? I don't.
No, and then what happens though is he ends up going to jail because evidently the friend. Ended up handing him a bag, just a fucking bag of nothing but blues, fucking perks, fucking everything.
Perks are okay. I like Percocets.
But you know how much? Yeah, you know how much.
That's no good, bro.
Oxys and shit.
Oxys, I will still eat if they're real oxys. If they're cut oxys, no, I don't want that shit.
Exactly, and no way to tell when you got a fucking bag of all these different random pills. I'm gonna bet that all of it is like. But so and he's not, and he wasn't scared of that stuff, and that was a problem. So he ended up eating that, and then getting on the shore, on the street. Like he was immediately just on the street and walking around.
Nasty street to be on too, boy.
That's what I'm saying. And he got arrested. When he got arrested, they did something with the dog. No idea. He didn't know. He was passed out. Dog was gone.
Probably put it down.
Nah, hell no. That dog's too, like, anybody that's seen that, they would have been like, yes.
Doesn't matter. They taking Arizona, when they taking them type of dogs, if they take them to the pound and shit, they don't even put them up to put on adoption. Pit bulls, Rottweilers, Dobermans, Cane Corsos, they put them immediately to sleep. Kill them immediately.
Bro, don't tell me that shit.
I swear to God, they do. It's a kill order state because they don't want to put it out to people because you're getting it from the street or so. It could be some fucking crate. So they fucking kill it. That's how they treat. You know, I fought breed-specific legislation in New York State against, you know, breed-specific against pits. I bred them for a long time. Me and Aaron Leeper.
That dude, that fucks me up because I saw that dog get
Fucked
raised
up,
as a
man.
puppy and get all the way full grown, and then that's when he goes out there and like that was his baby, like that was his thing, and then ends up he ends up going to the jail. He's in there for 6 months. He got hit with not breaking and entering, but not loitering, but when you're sleeping in somebody else's property, essentially.
Trespassing.
It's trespassing.
Criminal trespassing.
Yep.
Criminal trespassing in Arizona is a month in jail. Seriously.
Plus possession, because he had he had shit on him.
He's lucky possession. You can go to jail for you. They'll take you out of county and put you in prison for that shit.
And that's where. So he got 6 months, and you know, he. I was like, oh shit, he's coming out. Cool. Like I asked his family if I could, you know, you want me to go get him, and they said, nah. He'll be all right. We're gonna get him a plane ticket, and he'll be home. And so like 4 days after, we don't hear from him, and he's like just missing. Nobody can find him anywhere. Like his family, he's not talking anything. And it's like, what the fuck? So
that's when you're like, yeah, dad or jail, man. That's one of the two
what I'm
options.
saying. And it was like, all right,
that's all the options.
That's the only option.
It's the only two options, honestly.
So we go
or the
looking,
insane asylum.
So we go looking, can't find him for like 2-3 months. I mean, they checked all the jails, everything. It's like, who the fuck is this dude? Did he go to Mexico? And
possible. That's also
right, because he stopped. One of his
option.
last posts are him stopping at the border and taking a picture and then fucking moving on. It's like, man.
Yeah.
So he goes in, all that good stuff. It was, you know, he had a shitty time. He said he wasn't really. I wasn't able to even talk to him. Like he wasn't talking to anybody from the outside because it's kind of depressing. But
not only that, if you're indigent, you really got one option. You know, one call a week. They give you 5 minutes, and it takes 2.5 to fucking call out. So you got about a 40-second call.
That fucking bitch sitting there, just talking over your fucking
hey,
shit.
You are in the property of LBJ. Yeah, bitch, I just made the fucking call out of here. Like,
I'm aware.
Remember me and you would talk in 20-minute call. In a 20-minute call, that bitch would pop in every fucking 3 minutes, dude, and take out 20 seconds of our calls. What the fuck is this bro doing?
They still charging?
They charge. They make a gang of money, dog.
Yep, they making real money. So he goes in that time. They hit him like as soon as he came out, couldn't find him, and then like I want to say about a month and a half to 2 months later, we hear he's in jail. Like he's in jail, and then he went from that.
Better
jail
than dad, though. You know what I mean? I'd rather be in jail than dad. Right. I would personally have rather been dad at some points, but I'd rather see someone else in jail than dad because at least they're eating and sleeping safely.
Yep, and a chance.
That's true.
You got a chance. So like, so he does his whole stint, and he was supposed to get out on the 15th of October. And so, like, you know...
Of this year?
Yeah.
I got out on the 18th.
Did you?
No, I went in on the 21st, got out January 18th.
Of last year, though.
No,
that's this year, yeah. No, I'm talking about October. What month did I say? October.
I got out, I went in October last year.
Got you. Okay. So, like... So he's supposed to be out on the 15th, and I didn't want to, bug his cousin because, like, she's already just, like, she's waiting for him. She wants him to come back and all this good shit. And so I ain't going to bug. So I sit back, and then I'm like, all right, I'm just going to wait. It'll be a week. Because I said, do y'all want me to go out there and get him? Because I'll go out there. I want a reason to come out there and fucking go see my boy and hang out. Yeah, Mr. Lestat, the king of the AZ.
King underground hip hop. Oh, best free. King of freestyling, that's for goddamn
AZ to
anybody
the
on that, son.
Challenge accepted.
Nobody's out freestyling me, I promise you. Nobody.
Yeah, we're gonna put that shit to the test. So
and we have people judge on it, like the quality, the content, the flow, the rhyming scheme.
Have a judge for each thing.
Okay.
That's the way. That's the only thing we can pay attention to.
We could set that up. That could be a shooting the shit's exclusive. Like absolutely. I just did an exclusive joint. What's it called? I did a fucking cypher joint for Tony Showcase. You know what I mean?
Tony Showcase, shout out.
Yeah. SHxTiN. SHxTiN had that shit. He made the beat. RMS6 or whatever.
Oh, that's right. I do remember you saying that too.
I can't remember the first initials. It's something like that. I know his last name is SHxTiN. SHxTiN. He's a dope producer, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I like that beat. I definitely like it. It had a creepy feel.
Does that vengeance is mine, if I must say so. And since you speak so cold about me all the time, since this is finally done and over, that's how the case closed. When the folder opens, you'll be hard to find. Out of sight, out of mind. So alive.
You need to get that stamp. So what ends up happening though is that he's supposed to be out on the 15th. Haven't heard from him. I go to do that show on the what? That was just this past weekend. So like the 25th, 24th, somewhere in there. And so
he's just getting out this month here. Huh?
Yeah. Like he's supposed to be headed back home and all this stuff. 2 days into the festival, I get a call in the morning right before I'm going in to go do.
He's right back in jail. I guarantee. If they just release him and that was it, this motherfucker, bro. When they release you from jail in Maricopa County, he's muerte. What?
Yeah, they found him on a park bench in the morning.
OD, guaranteed OD, fentanyl. I guarantee it. Man, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
I'm not getting any info from his mom, and I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't be like, hey, so no. But
no, I promise you this. I promise you, because here's the thing: I have people in my life. You know who they are. I'm not gonna say their names either, but they thought they were getting like some weight of yak. You know what I mean? And they were gonna do something with it. Well, I don't know what they were. Whatever they're gonna do, not my business.
Yep.
But they took a bump, bro. A bump of it, and I was like, that's it. He's like, well, it was on my skin too. You know what I mean? Because he was picking it up. And I said, damn. He went into cardiac arrest multiple times. Coma, went to the hospital. Not my blood, but who, you know what I mean? Homeboy. And he's a good dude, man. Absolutely. He's a good dude. He is. Both of them, muerte.
What?
Died, bro. They died. She comes back. Snaps out of it. Like some of the kids are out of it, but she was clinically dead. You know what I mean? He fucking is dead for 20, 30 minutes, dog. They fucking hit him with like 17 Narcans, bro. 17 Narcans. Okay? He has permanent damage in his scene. Blood loss, oxygen, obviously. He's talking to me the other day because I was helping him out. You know, I like I love the guy, actually. He helped me out during this mental health period. You know, they were key. And at least, you know, they may have done me or may not have done me dirty, but either way, they were key people in my life, man. And I know they both do care about me, and I care about them, you know what I mean? But, you know, so you can't just chill with people sometimes. It is what it is, right? But just recently this was, dog. And he fucking died. Then brought him to the thing. It's permanent damage, bro. He was telling me the other day that he was, for a whole week and a half straight, was walking around Phoenix. He left his crib, walking around. He got a hotel. He was seeing people, aliens, spirits, black shadows, AI cars that were turning into things. He was that serious, bro. And I believe it. He's either seeing the otherly world that we live amongst in the ether, because you know there's right now this interview is going on 1,000,000 times. You know what I mean? Seriously, yeah. And we're so closely, like paper thin together. So it's so close, bro, that my motion could set me into the next dimension, and I don't even know I'm there now. Boom, and my other consciousness is back there, and now I'm in this one. You know what I mean? And we're in this one talking. That's how that shit works, bro.
Well, I do have a theory.
I do believe that. You know what I mean? I believe that because they're so close. It's like paper thin. So there's in this space right here. There's fucking 1 billion of them, and they go from one side to the other. This is just the dimension I'm in. This is the exact parameter where I'm in this dimension. Because then one dimensional, you know, one fucking centimeter or whatever over to the left off. Now I'm in another dimension because it's already taking that space. You know what I mean? But
see that part right there. That's the part that trips me the fuck out every time. Is trying to perceive that other, like, the realities and how it actually works. Because we're not designed to actually perceive that. We're not designed to even really think about it.
Well, we are designed to think about it. You're absolutely right. We're designed. We're put into this matrix, I believe, as you know, at some point in our soul, because our soul is what we're talking about here, right? Our soul is the one guiding this individual being, me. You know what I mean? And it's either one of three phases of its existence. It's freshly in this matrix because it wanted to come, and all did want to come to experience this, whatever, because we're God. You know what I mean? When we're saying this everything. I'm talking we're God in the sense of we're God. We are God because we exist within him within us. And so when something is within and without, it is. You know what I mean? 100%, bro. We're a fragment of it. And everything is. And so this is why, you wouldn't kill other people, and you should. It's not because of the religion or you're going to go to jail. No, it's because if you kill another human being, or an ant even, because I've been burning anthills and shit, you're killing yourself, dude. You literally are killing yourself because your energy is everywhere and it interacts with every piece of energy as it's, manifesting itself into this reality. So everything is you. You are everything. This is what it's saying. When you think of the word omnipotent is everywhere, all the time, always. That's what that means, bro. Omnipotent.
Yeah.
Everywhere, all the time, always, bro.
But
so if you're everywhere, all the time, always, you're everything too.
Well, that goes back to
everything.
That goes back to Buddha. He just didn't experience it all at once. That's the difference between us and technology and or the energetic realm. Like, because the energetic realm, energy itself moves through those dimensions very easily. It's breaking the rules all the time. It has to go back and forth.
Well, energy has no boundaries, period. Energy never starts, it never stops, it seems. It's like water. Like, I use this analogy a lot for people who don't understand it. When you have a glass of water, it's an individual glass. Me, an individual glass. When you dump my water or me back into the ocean, it doesn't matter Atlantic Pacific, because where does one start and end? You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah.
Where does water start and where does it end? It doesn't. Okay? It's continuous, always, all the time. It is. And so when you dump my glass of water, which was a great individual glass, back into the ocean, one, you don't know me anymore because now I am the ocean. You understand? Because when it becomes part of the glass of water, the water doesn't separate itself from the rest of the water. You know what I mean, son? And so it becomes the whole water. So it can feel that water that was in my glass individually, never touching the ocean in its life, and never would if I drank it, right? If it goes to the ocean, now it's experiencing every single island, landmass, fish, everything at the same time. Because it is one thing, right?
Well, you get the
Think
chance.
of it that way.
You get a chance to
Think of it that way.
experience all that.
Well, you're going to be experiencing that because there is no start or end of your flow. So you as an individual glass are dissipated into the rest of the energy, water. And so where does your glass start and end when it's dumped back into the ocean? It doesn't start and end. It just joins it with the rest of it, and it becomes part of the whole. And so as part of a whole, it's experiencing New York's coast to fucking India's coast at the same time, because one part of water isn't separated from the other part of water.
At the same time,
as it's flowing through the ocean.
If that's the case, then explain, I guess, would you say that it's nature over nurture? I'm sorry, nurture over nature when it comes to the negative or the bad stuff that happens? I mean, we're all humans, right? We're all the same water, the same energy.
Everything's the same, really.
But some people have a propensity for dark things. Like they want to murder everyone. They want to wear their skin.
I gotta take this suit. I'm sweating balls.
Brought to you by Carhartt. Not really, but holla.
You know what I mean? That's a good question, and I have one way only I can answer it. You're gonna have to re-ask it though, because, and so I can break it down. You know what I mean? That is a really good question.
I mean, it was more of a rhetorical because, like, all this stuff.
Not a rhetorical question. That's answerable.
No,
ask it again. Oh, I do think so. Ask it again. I could break down the little parts because I was breaking it down as you're saying it.
So, if we're all one and we are all part of the same water or energy in the end and before, current, and after, if we're all part of one, how do some people that are the same energy have the propensity for dark and evil things?
Okay, so here's the thing. Darkness and light, same situation. Darkness is light. Light is darkness, opposite end of the spectrum. So it's not separate from each other. Misconception is that good and evil are two different things. They're not. Again, it's an energy flow. On one end is good and other end is bad, but one moves into the other, moves back into the other. Dark to light, light to dark. It's the same thing. It's just different ends of the same spectrum, because out of darkness out of darkness comes light.
I argue a lot about that exact thing where it's I talk about gray. Like there's no such thing as black or white. It's all gray.
There isn't. There is no such thing as gray. There's black and white in the sense of because think, and this is how the second part of it. In nature, you're asking, right? Is it nature versus nurture? Well, nature is the ultimate decider of everything. Nature is God. You know, the energy that drives nature. Because what is nature? Nature doesn't give you a second chance. You sink or you swim, you fall or you fly, you live or you die. You don't get a second chance, and you don't come back. You know what I mean? So that's it. You don't have a mulligan or you could try a pat on the back. You almost made it type of shit. If you don't make it, you die. If you do make it, you survive. That's nature. You live or die. That's it. And so nature doesn't give a fuck. Nature is going to continue moving forward, changing everything that it comes encounter with. Just because nature comes through and changes it doesn't mean it's not the earth, one forest to the next. You know, it's still the earth. It's just that part of it's dead because it's nature took it back. And so that to me, birth and death is the same thing. You know what I mean? Because it's just like almost like running over the thing, right? So here's this side of the camera, like when you're seeing left to right here, look at this is birth, right?
Yeah.
Here's my hand's birth.
I can't actually see your hand.
You can't see my hand?
No, when you went that way, when you were like out here.
Oh, see, it's way out of my shit right here.
Yeah.
So here's birth, boom, to death, boom.
Yeah.
Same thing. When did it switch? Where did it switch at? And where did it go to? Before and after? We have no idea.
None
but
of that exists.
It's on the same. It's same track though.
None of that. None of that even exists. The only thing that exists is right now, because that in the past it already happened. It's already locked in. The thing in the future is it's
already done
happened.
too, bro.
It hasn't happened. If you're talking about on the total scale, yes, it has happened. But
it's already happened. Everything's already happened. We are living simultaneously, past, present, future.
See, I can't. That's how a computer views this life, because although they have date timestamps and so on, they know how long something's passed. It doesn't feel like it. They have full access to all those memories in full at every moment. So
exactly.
Like the technological.
And I agree with that, because the truth of the matter is, bro, is think of it. I'm sitting in this space and time, okay? Space and time matter, because as I move through space, time goes by. That's the past. So you're living in it because you're stepping out of the past. You're never in the present.
You're only
you're
in the
never
present.
No, you're not, because you're always moving forward. So you're always to the future. You're always living in the future.
You're looking to.
Think about
you can only
that.
exist in one space at a time, and you're existing. And every choice that you could make, you could have gone left, right, so on. That's different choices and universes that are occurring at that time, and they all just close off. They fold up as you walk this path. So you're in that present.
It's not present, because the present is how long? Then you're really then in the future. Think about
it. You're residually in the present.
If it's constantly this, you're constantly in the past. This, you're constantly in the present. You're constantly in the future.
See, so
you
can't look at. I know, but look at the time though. The only thing that bothers me about that is the
time
a year. No, a year ago and a year ahead. Those two things. This has not happened. That definitely is locked in. That is locked in because it happened. That is not locked in.
The future's already happened too, because you are already existing in there. You are already living there. You are. I am too. We all are.
Manifest destiny.
We're still in the past too, and we're in the present, Joe. Because what I think this is my just personal kind of from the data and psychedelics, because all these play a factor, bro. You know it as well as I do. Research and living the experience. Exploring it on a deeper level with the psychedelics or meditation, you know what I mean, and shit like that. Bro, we are, if you think about it, our soul, whatever it is, I've said this before, it's like, I had a fucking vision once that it was like, I saw myself, right? Not me, Todd Pitts, because that's just my name. The sound is what? Vibration. It means something. It can't be changed. Your name is your name in China, Japan, India, and America. No one's calling you Chris York here. No one's calling you Cracker Rican here.
I was about to say, nobody calls me that shit here.
And then when you go to China, they're not saying, they're not changing how Cracker Rican sounds, because that very tone is what designates that designation.
It's funny you say that.
Can't be changed. Can't be changed.
It's funny that you say that because that's the same concept as think about Prince. Prince was Prince until he was the artist formerly known as Prince. Symbol. So those hieroglyphs, that's what your brand, every brand for, this is just for independent artists, if anybody's listening, going throughout the gyms. But if
it's not even artists, this is deeper than that. But go with it.
But that's what it is. It's the same thing. It's a brand. When you have a brand logo, when you have a symbol that when they see it, they know that's you. They associate it with you directly. And so when they're associating that with you, that's the most
current you. You know, it's the most current you because it automatically draws that. Because think about it. Normally you have to exchange like some sort of sound with each other, the name, so that you can get familiar with who each other is. Otherwise, if you don't know someone's name or they don't know you're calling, they don't know you're talking to them, right? So you have to know their name, and then you got to know what they identify, what they look like, right? And then something that makes them stand out for who they are. You know what I mean? Oh, that crazy kid with the fucking cleft lip, or you know what I mean? Think about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the things that we associate people with, because that's our brain in this dimensional space and time. It does it with everything. A chair, brown chair, black chair, small chair, high chair. It does it all the time. Classification of things. We talked about this because you hate classification. You know, but it's necessary because that's how the computer decodes the information. It has to have a classification.
If you're trying to live in the Matrix, then everything will have a classification.
Well, here's the thing. And outside the Matrix, we do live in both. Well, we don't. We are in the Matrix. But to understand this like this, I picked this glass up. But in reality, this bottle of beer is me. It is me. It's an extension of me. Yes. Everything is an extension of me, is an extension of you. Yes. So if everything is an extension of me, and everything is an extension of you, then aren't we the same?
Yes, you are me.
And
every kindness I pay upon you, I pay upon myself, and that's a real thing and a real concept that
I'm not even talking about that concept of doing something. If everything is a reflection of you,
right?
Which
I'm
is
just
really
saying
what
that
it is.
You doing a service for yourself is what I mean. It's like if you saw if everybody saw it as that, and they were like, hey, I'm gonna hook you up. You know what? Because like, hey, you're me. Like every single time.
Bro, I love that you brought this up because bringing it back to the original thing we were talking about, right? How some people do good, some people do bad. Mm-hmm. Because beings in general are either they're not good and bad because that's a fucking human construct.
Yes.
There's only
classification.
There's love and there's evil. That's it. There's love and there's evil. That's the energies that exist.
Even evils are hard to quantify because
there is.
Like, you know, what is that old saying about you could be the gas chamber attendant or you could be the reverend?
That's not evil. It's a job. It's a job. You're playing a job. We're playing your role in the Matrix.
Some people will.
That's what you're this time around. And some people are the person pulling the lever, and some people are people fucking start screaming against.
You get your chance to be all of them.
Yeah, you will if you pay attention to yourself.
Yeah.
You'll come back and do all of it. I guarantee you it.
All right. Well, let's come back and do this.
So good and evil. You're just thinking about it, right? So. Service to self is evil. When you take and give to you and don't concern yourself with other people, you're service to self being. Yep. And then there's service to others, right? That's when you take from the community, you put into the community, so the community grows. Therefore, if the community grows and you grow, we all grow. Community mindset, your service to self, I only care about me. Those are evil people. That's truly what an evil person is. It's not someone that does this or that. Not even it's selfish, yes. Because it's not even selfish, it's beyond selfish. It's like I'm taking, knowing that everybody else is taking and giving. That's how the system runs.
Have you met?
If everybody took and no one gave, there'd be nothing for anyone to take.
Have you met police officers, government, of any kind? Like, you know, we have the people, corporation, any leader. That what was it? It was the CEO of the top 500 companies. It was 95% of them ended up. If you did a psychological profile, they would be psychopaths or sociopaths.
I'm sure they all are. They're narcissistic and sociopathic. Yep. That's what these people are. Because when you're service to yourself, you don't give a fuck about anything. You are literally saying, I know that I am expected to put in, because if I don't put my fair share in, someone else is going to go without. I'm taking other people's shit. People that are good people, that are love and care. This is Christ consciousness. This is what Christ really was, right? Helping people, right? Empathy. empathy, they're fucking giving, loving, good qualities, Christ consciousness, service to others. Because when you give, you get back in abundance. When you take, there's nothing left. You see what I'm saying? That's good and evil.
That's actually a pretty good definition for good and evil, because, like I told you, we're gonna get into that another time. But the book Lucifer's Principle by Howard Bloom, that one covers that subject so well. That the concept is that there's no such thing as evil. It's really just Mother Nature. It's another sculpting tool for humanity over time.
Survival. So not even survival, for Mother Nature to survive.
It's a thing. Like, it's just a thing that exists naturally without being. It doesn't have to be evil. Like, if a if a shark eats a baby seal, like, no, we didn't want
evil.
That.
He's hungry. He's surviving.
Saying.
It's exactly my point, bro. It's like, we as humans, and I learned this from a really cool cat when I first became not homeless anymore. I moved into, I was with them Haitian dudes. You know what I mean? And the one dude, my guy was a voodoo priest, bro. Like, for real, voodoo priest, Haitian voodoo priest. You know what I mean? And I'm like, voodoo, that's bad. And he broke this concept, what we're talking about right now, down so much, bro, that I had an epiphany in my understanding of reality. And I'm a pretty intellectual dude. I do a tremendous amount of research. I never speak on shit I don't know or have some fucking great generalization for that I can give you information to go look yourself up or give the sources, right? This kid blew my mind, son.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
It happens. It happens.
It is, bro. And then I needed it. I needed it because, I'm not a Christian by any means. I'm Christ consciousness. That's my thing. But I'm also, I do bad things too, bro. I steal. Life goes on, right? This is the survival tools of people. Is it bad for someone to steal food if they have no money, no job, they're homeless because they got out of jail and they had no bus pass? All their shit was gone when they got back to their spot, and where are they going to go from there?
There's a lot of times. Where I would say that whole that thing from I think it was from the Bible, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be making that up. It was where they talked about you can steal the bread, but you cannot steal the jelly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yeah, if you need to feed your family, you need to feed yourself. That's fine, but the extras that you get, that's kind of, it's like you kind of cross that line.
Exactly.
So
you get the bare necessity. You get the bare minimum.
So that's what we're going to do here is that's the introduction to Theology 101 with your professor, T.O. Lestat.
You are talking to Professor T.O. Lestat.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the intro to this album, because that's the whole reason we're here, is we're talking about mental health. We're going
to play it? I didn't know we were playing it.
Oh, we're definitely playing it.
Word is born, son. Hey, I'm definitely going to have to plug this motherfucker in then, bro.
I know for a fact that this album was difficult to make, difficult to experience, to be able to make. And when we first jumped on, that was the subject right there, was exactly what led to this. This is the perfect first album to be really out there and pushing, because it, to me, said T.O. Lestat, and that gave you the backstory and the reason why you are the way you are.
It's true.
And it just, honestly, like, even when I describe you to people, I'm like, dude's got the most he's got the best reason to have a villain origin story, and still he's not evil. So,
and I am. It's funny you say it, because in that Tony, I told you I did a couple freestyles for Tony's showcase.
Yeah.
I say something like, I don't know how, because I don't remember any of my rhymes, and obviously it's a freestyle, so I definitely don't remember it. But I said something like, you want me to become that superhero or a super fucking villain? I will become that evil man you created back then. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's facts, bro.
That shit needs to be on the intro. So I'm gonna play this intro, and then we're gonna run in.
I could have sent it to you.
Well,
you probably already have it. It's probably in the jump drive.
It's
probably in our drives.
It's already in the drive.
That there? No, it's Why You Mad? Tell them why you mad.
All right, we got T.O. Lestat. We're here in the intro.
Damn, man, where's this?
Yep, shouts out to my brother Burns.
Early and shit. Not even ready.
Shouts out to your son.
Oh, shit, Burns is calling. What did he want?
Little Jaden. This is my first single, by the way. Fucking
Hey, yo, what's up, bro? What you doing, man? What do you want today?
Speaking of the story.
Shit, nothing. Chilling. How about you?
Man, I'm sitting at this doctor's office for like 45 minutes waiting. You know how they are.
Doctor?
Well, I mean, you guys are right. I mean, it's May. It's Mental Health Month. I definitely need to get back in and talk with this shrink, kind of clear my head a little bit, get focused again, you know?
That's
Yeah.
good shit, brother. I'm proud of you.
Man, I
That's how my
appreciate
brother
you,
is
man. I
too,
appreciate
bro.
you and Lil T not quitting on me, bro, and Ames and everybody, man. I appreciate you guys for real. Yeah, so I think they're calling me.
Wait, what's the doctor's name? Feel
Feel
good?
good?
Like
Yeah.
Motley Crue?
Yeah, oh yeah, like Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood. I know, right? I saw that. I had to pick this guy.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm willing to see what kind of character he is, but when I get done, man, I'll call you. I'll let you know what goes on. All right?
Yeah. All right, cool, brother. I love you.
Yeah, man. I love you too. I'll holler at you later, brother.
Word.
Yo, did you just say Todd, dude?
Todd, dude?
You know
What
it's
the fuck?
Teal of Stat, man.
No, it's
Let's see what the
fucking
hell's
sad.
up with this, man.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you said Todd?
Oh.
Yes?
It's not Todd. No, it's Lestat, bitch. Teal Lestat, that
Fuck
is.
That's great. Dr.
Unsure
Phil, see you
between the
now.
two characters.
All right, and that's for Teal Lestat, right? Teal Lestat.
Yeah. Right this way. Dr. Sealgood is the third door on the left.
Thank you.
Feel good. Alright. It's one of our favorite albums. I told you we had tapes. We had Molly Crew, Dr. Phil
Doc, you
tape.
in there? Dr.
Favorite
Feelgood?
tapes.
That's just
It's
dope.
Teal Lestat.
Enjoy your visit.
Come on in. Have a seat.
What'd that bitch say?
Okay.
I love that shit.
I like that we opened Despondent with Hard Times too. That's what was missing from the first one. That's why I had to release the Despondent.
Yo, that's
It
and
wasn't
this,
the complete picture. Wasn't the complete picture.
and not only that, but honestly, like Hard Times. I mean, it not only belongs. It is a necessity. That is one of my favorite tracks. I mean, I say that, but I love all the tracks on this whole album because it does. It tells a story, and that's what I think a lot of hip hop is missing is the ability to stay on point, not talk about the same thing over and over again, and then also at the same time, let's go ahead and tell a story. Let's tell something that, in your case, it really happened. In this case,
And
you're
I'll
also
tell you
being-
about Hard Times in a minute.
I was gonna say let's listen to the track. And
Well, let me break it down for you first.
Oh, you want to go
because-
first? Okay.
Oh, you want to break it down after?
Yeah, because like I think that it's without
Okay,
context.
okay.
So like
Got you.
I will say that it
yeah.
takes-
I like this.
it takes a certain type of individual to be able to be this vulnerable in a song in any art form, and really
True,
just
true.
be out there and put it all on. I mean, really just put it all out there for people to go, oh, but you know what? Honestly, that's where you get the most like community
Real art, in my opinion.
Well,
bro.
yeah, that's the only way to get real art. But like,
Dude,
I
it's
mean,
downtimes.
in the sense of like, people can relate to that. They know the feeling of being on hard times. They know the feeling of just mental health issues. So like,
A lot of people do.
A lot of people don't make it through them, and especially like you constantly tell a stat.
48%, son. That's what my boy in Indian Nation called me. Stat. You know what I mean? That's what he called me. Stat. You know, I like
The
that
stats.
shit. But the statistic really is about 48% of men that go through the divorce that I went through, where it's fabricated and built on lies and it's bought. To lose everything, the amount of money I lost. Most people don't even make it a fucking lifetime. I'm out over 600 grand, bro, between my house, gold, guns, ammo, everything. I can't even. Thrift stores. I mean, fucking so much shit, bro. I can't even explain. But so around $600,000 out because of this alienation from a kid. So this is three things. These are three separate things normally that fucking are problems for people. Not all three at once for most people, for real. And so there it is. I go from fucking. I go from the dude like you could be, and I tell this story too. You could be driving down the fucking freeway, get off on the ramp, and there's a bum asking for money, and you have so much in your pocket, because I was like this, I'll give him a 50, 20, 100, you know what I mean? I had crazy money back in the pocket back in the day, son, 3 years ago. Crazy money. I'll give the dude $100. And just like that, you could be the dude fucking asking for that $100, bro. Or even 50 fucking cents, a quarter, a nickel, anything. When you have nothing, and somebody even gives you a penny, you're like, my word, yeah, you're fucking excited about it, bro.
Yeah, because like we take
True.
for granted every single day the good times, not the hard times,
Fact.
the good times.
Yeah.
Because we're never
Exactly.
thinking about the era when it's all going good. We're never thinking about the era and like, yo, it's been a really good fucking 10 years. Holy shit, that's a good run.
Yeah.
And then one day, it's all
Bang,
gone.
not even one day, one fucking second. Bang. Everything
gone.
flips upside down. And it's that easy for anybody.
And then what
Literally.
happens? And then what happens is you chase that. You're trying to chase.
You want to go back to? I chased it for a long time. I wanted my old life back. I wanted my wife back. I wanted my fucking kid back. I still want my fucking kid back. You know, that's what my Freestyle and Tony shit is about. It's a dope track. And so, you know what I mean? This alienation is a terrible thing. It's a fucking atrocity. It's absolute atrocity. It's fucking abuse. You know what I mean? But that's another topic. That's another topic.
It's not another
so
topic
right.
because it plays into it. But
here's the thing. It is the main number one thing why I was in this mindset that I was in, bro. Because, you know, it wasn't drugs and alcohol. Because I've used drugs and alcohol my whole fucking life. I was working, like, in my own business, doing mad fucking shit, bro. Crypto, Bitcoin, selling guns, buying. I was into so much shit. Thrift store, fucking clothing line. I was starting Armed and Educated. Carpentry. Clothing line. Carpenter. I'm a carpenter, master carpenter. You know what I mean? So, and I even did tutoring for people and shit, because I was making money doing that. So I was making a gang of money doing a lot of things because I got a lot of skill sets. You know what I mean? Here's the thing now. I can't use any of them. I'm not even fucking hireable. I can't use my master's degree in teaching. Not as a dangerous classification.
Yeah.
Not gonna ever happen. I can't even. Most companies don't want you. When they pull your fucking record, they're like, wait, they don't
it wasn't even just that. Though. I mean, you were going through like when we came for the when you had recorded the.
When I first met you.
The suicide session.
Oh, when I recorded the suicide session.
Yeah,
that's a whole. I was running.
You were still going through it though. That's what I'm saying. Like you were still in the throes of that. Just that how much it echoed through your life. So it's really a testament to your fortitude, your ability to keep moving forward, even in adverse times and the most of adverse times. You not only that, but
I was scared, man.
R.I.P.
You remember I was at your house. My mom had passed away. Here's the thing. Made it so that I couldn't go to my mother's fucking funeral. Like, what kind of probation? What kind of person tells another person you're not allowed to go to your fucking mom? I had the ticket already bought, and the place was going. I was there, dude. Like, they wouldn't let me go help when my siblings, which is another terrible thing. Nothing like throwing the weight on somebody else, because that's not my style. But that's what they made me do. And then I lost out on things. I didn't get any saying anything, like how things were broken up, because I needed a car, and the car went elsewhere. If that, you know as well as I goddamn do. Had I got the car from my mom, which was in perfect running condition, instead of buying the truck that fucking blew up, how different would my life be, bro? How different could have things been? I could have been working way back then.
I don't even
think that. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. You know, so just there's so many fucking things. Like when I say hard times, and this is why I put the word despondent on it. Because it's fucking mental health, but it's like you're a point of mental health where you are at the absolute brink of the last fucking breath you want to take. You know what I mean? And so hard times. Play this shit because this is where it is. This is a very important song to me personally.
It's one of my favorite on the whole album. It's the single.
You always speak what's on my mind. Days been bleak on a step, and I can't find a safe place to hide. I'm close to weak, so shattered and quiet. I slide out of control, don't know who this is. Hello, Mystique, just trying to peek and handle my biz. How to react and speak, feeling remiss. So please forget this though. Seeking forgiveness, but that's a no. So I already know how I get mines, how I get through these hard times. From rhyme to rhyme, then I pencil and scribe. Crazy inner workings of this paradigm. I find myself in decline, rasped by the swine. In a woman I treated divine. Now my P.O. be popping by on my tail and spine. The prevailing climb on a day-to-day grind. Labor away, travailing. These hard times, hard to feel fine. Hard to find a hard line. Hardly to find a hard heart. Hard to start. Hardly to part. Hard up and hard-headed. Hardly alive. It's hard to survive. It's hard to die. I've tried. Shit, I'm dead inside. And it shows in my outer being. Should I give up the vibe and blow out my inner feelings? With this 7.62 by 3.9. Kiss the barrel goodnight. Say goodbye to the loved ones you'll leave behind. You should find a reason to open your eyes. Not be blind. Need I remind? Or is it fuck all them good times you had in your prime of various kinds? Remarkable, far from sublime. Let's try to get it right without peeling to the graveside. Dealing with a brain that's contrived. No more freewheeling, that's causing pain. Darkness, no lie. You're not insane. You stop caring, keep it airtight. You stop fearing the fire. Let the devil steer this emotional ride. We'll crash course. So instead of stealing your energy day and night, let's fast forward. Get ahead, not rewind. Recapture the source that's been pushed aside. It ain't gone. God said deify. You ain't wrong. Just don't feel it inside. It's hard to deal with life and social intercourse, but that's the fear life. find a hard line, hardly to find a hard heart, hard to start, hardly to part, hard up and hard-headed, hardly alive, it's hard to survive, it's hard to die. Hard times, hard to feel fine, hard to find a hard line, hardly to find a hard heart,
I love that
hard
shit.
to start, hardly to part, hard up and hard-headed, hardly alive, it's hard to survive, it's hard to die. I've tried.
Yo, that shit on the end there, that is so crucial right there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right there. No, I'll tell you right now. You know, shots out one Imminent Productions on that beat. No, that's actually a J Slug 500 beat.
Oh,
that
word?
J Slug 5. Yes, it is. J Slug 500 made that beat, and one of the first beats I bought from him. And but I had put it aside because it was like it's a dark type of beat. You know what I mean? In the sense of like the rhythm of it. You know what I mean? And that's why right when this all occurred, I went right to that beat. I was like, I know the fucking perfect beat. You know what I mean? And I went right to it. So J Slug, that's a J Slug 500 beat. He was the recording engineer. Of course, you're the mixing and Casey the mastering. You know what I mean? But everybody plays their part. Imminent, Teal the Stack, J Slug 500, Cracker Rican, Casey. See, everybody plays a part to make a song. So artists, when you're out there, don't forget that. Don't leave your people out. You didn't make that fucking song. You wrote it. You sung it.
It's your song.
But you didn't make the. It's your song, but the beat's not yours.
Yeah.
The mixing's not yours. The mastering sure shit ain't yours. You know. So give
But-
credit where it's due, people. For real.
Please do tip your
Yeah,
engineers.
Tip your people. Tip your people. Bring your people along. Give them their credit at least. If it's not monetary,
Yeah.
their name should always be attached to that. I think.
Yep.
Anyway.
That's a fact. It should always be attached to it, and you guys should definitely. I mean, it's
You should be
prevalent.
giving money. I mean, I try to give money.
It's prevalent amongst all artists that I've found. Like they're always trying to edge somebody out, even if it's like,
Take
yo,
all the credit.
why take all
Selves
the credit?
deserve. Yeah.
I guarantee when I talk to right. When I talk to people about this exact thing, like, you know, how they structure their releases and so on, they're not even concerned about the other people that were involved, like, at all. Even if you just give them credit, do you know how much? I mean, if you're gonna end up blowing up, you definitely want,
everything,
you know,
man. Your name
everybody.
on something dope is everything, bro. This
really
is a
is.
creative outlet, and that's what we're here to do. Is create. That's what God does. Is create. Anyway, so we'll break down this track. You know, so I say, you know, I knew the perfect beat to go to was the J Slug 500 beat, because I'm sitting there on my floor. I lived in Avondale. You know, so I'm on the third floor by myself. I probably hadn't seen or talked to another person at this point when I wrote this song, in at least a month. You know what I mean? I'm working my dick off, but I don't really trust people, so I'm not talking to people and telling them anything. I'm just doing my carpentry and getting the fuck out of there for the day. You know what I mean? I'm not telling people who I am or conversating. I don't trust people, man. Right? And so I fucking haven't talked to anybody in a minute. I'm working my ass off, paying lawyers, this, that, and the third. I have no money in my pocket. I have no food in my refrigerator. You know what I mean? I am fucking alienated, and it's the beginning stages of it, and it hurts. My mom was kind of sick, you know what I mean? And I'm arguing with my brothers a little bit. And so I literally have a gun in my mouth. I'm ready to fucking kill myself. I'm screaming at myself, you fucking pussy, you won't fucking do it. You won't fucking do it. You know what I mean? And by the way, people, I wasn't even writing an album called Mental Health ever. You know what I mean? Every single song on here was an individual moment in my life that really occurred. And the song is the byproduct of that moment. And so I took the gun out of my mouth. And I thought about, you know, just my daughter, really. So I'm going to do. What am I going to do with her? What's she going to do without me, man? She's going to need me one day. One day she's going to fucking love me again. And so I took the gun out of my mouth, man. And I looked at it, and I was like, and I put the beat on. And I fucking wrote that song, boom, through the whole night. Went to work in the next morning. I didn't go to sleep or nothing. I don't sleep, you know what I mean? But back then, I was like fucking days and weeks on end. I was like no sleep, dog, because it's everything going on, stress and nightmare. It's fucking impossible, bro.
That's a lot of people.
It's post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a serious thing.
It really
You know
is.
what I mean?
You know, it is a traumatic event to lose your kids, whether it's because you might as well.
Yeah, it wasn't even losing kids, man. I'm talking fucking. Now I'm fucking going to a trial in my life. I'm facing 20 years in prison. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm spending $100,000 on a fucking criminal lawyer, 30 grand on a fucking divorce lawyer. My kid's not allowed. I have a supervisor to have my kid. I go from having mad money in my pocket, paying little for a house I owned and was building in and putting into, to renting some fucking shithole that's costing me 3 times what my fucking mortgage cost me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm working twice as hard now. I've always been a hard worker, but now I'm working twice as hard now. Actually, all this crazy shit, bro. And I still have nothing. I don't even have food in my fridge, bro. You know what I mean? I'm stealing fucking donuts in the morning when I get the coffee. You know, I mean, I wasn't to the point where I was stealing coffee like I sometimes do now, but I was stealing the donuts, a couple of donuts, you know what I mean, to eat. Cheeseburgers, the frozen cold cheeseburgers, so I could warm it up in the mic later. You know what I mean? I'm not proud of that shit, but it is what it is, because is it wrong? I gotta eat too, man. Like, if I don't eat, then I'm not going to survive. And in nature, survival is key. That's what we're here for. Surviving. Nature survives. And so is it wrong? No, because there's an abundance of fucking food sitting there. Again, giving and taking. And so, you know, so I that's the point I was at. That was the closest I ever came to killing myself. You know what I mean? For real. Like, I wanted to before, and I talked about it. I said, this would be nice. I don't care if I live or die. You know, stupid shit like I don't look either way when I walk across the street. Just walk out. You know what I mean? Like, don't care if the light's red, green. I don't give a fuck who's coming or not. I just would walk out in the middle of the street every time because I didn't care.
I did that same thing.
I mean,
like, just stop.
I do it all the time. You know,
just
but
stop
that at this point, I'm sitting there with a gun in my mouth. First time I did it.
And that's the title.
You know what I mean, like, I had the gun in my hand.
You don't want to take no more.
I couldn't take no more. Couldn't take no more. And this song, I'll tell you.
You ever felt this way?
What?
You ever felt this way? I couldn't take no more of the alienation, because really, again, all of this stems around the void that still is not filled in me, because I'm a parent. I didn't have my daughter to fucking walk away and not be a part of her life. I was a major part of her life. We build, we bred. I was literally building. She's using power tools with me at fucking 4 years old. I'm teaching her this shit, bro. We're taking anthills out. She knows how to load a fucking pistol. You know what I mean? Because I had one for her. Because these are key things. If you have it on your house, you teach this shit. I'm a great teacher, and I love my kid, and I can't take no more. So that's the song right here, bro.
When you put those together and then they're taken away, you ain't gonna take no more. There ain't no more you can't take.
The void. Any alienated father out there that's lost a child because of some pinche fucking madre, you know what I mean? Is pinche madre is the void is unfillable. There is nothing. Drugs, nothing fills it, bro. Nothing fills it.
That's what I got.
Music is the only thing that fills it for me.
It does. Yo, that's a
real
thing.
Because it's my raw lyrics. It's raw me, man. All my lyrics are raw like that, though. If you think about it.
Well, I mean, you're doing what hip hop has done since the beginning, which is speaking your experience. You're speaking your experience, and you're giving people your version of the truth, which is your experience. And that's where I feel like hip hop has really gone away from that. People are trying to go, they're fake it till you make it type shit. They're like, yeah, I got a jet, I got all the money, I got all the no, chill, y'all. Like, maybe you did fucking, they celebrate the death and the violence and so on. And it's like, y'all are celebrating your own demise. Don't lower yourself.
That's right.
And I know that people live that life, but there is aspirations. If you're gonna fake it till you make it, fake the other side. How about that?
Yeah.
Because that's a more. Do you want to end up in one of those places? No. All right then. Fucking.
Who wants to end up dead, prison, or staying asylum? Because that's where most people in this situation are gonna end, man.
Yeah.
That's fact, bro. A lot of people end up there anyways because that's how society's set up. But that's another topic.
And that's what I did with my wife. Went ahead and painted me a version of what I had made this piece of art, and it was Call of the Void, because it's that want to die, and it's always calling, and it's forever calling. Like, and if you've ever stood on the side of the top of a roof and like looked over and been like, what if? Like, it thought about it, or if you've ever been in your car just driving, you're like, what if? Like, all those thoughts, that's the call of the void. And so I'm going to show that while we're listening to this track.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jess.
Love
you, baby.
Yo, I hate life. How about you? Can't take much more of this shit. I think that I'm through. I'm sick to my stomach. Like the bucket off flu. It's fugazi on you. It can get crazy, hectic. Yeah, that's true. It's not amazing. Don't even sweat. 1 minute you here can be gone in a second. Stress about what? Your existence, that sucks. It's your bad decisions that left you fucked. Lack of persistence got you in a rut. I don't need your assistance. I'm good enough. And for you to cry boo-hoo, fuck it. Swallow a cup of Hennessy and pursue. Life can bring plenty of nonsense. It ain't due to you. My rhyme's intense, son. I hope I get through to you. Who knew what life would do to you? Can build or ruin you. Just choose what you wanna do. Fuck them demons that's pursuing you. Don't feel inspired to write down my plans anymore. Knowing you ain't got the answers to this jam anymore. Knowing your words are selfish thoughts I can't handle no more. I'm through, so let's settle the score. For sure, damn, I can't stand no more. Uproar, man, I can't handle the law. It's a scam, the plan is to push you to the floor. It's impossible to soar. I suck at life, can't get it right, I fight and I fight. I wish I would've taken flight. I slit my wrists and end this bullshit. Put this AK-47 to my lip with a full clip. Blah, who miss me? Nah, don't kiss me. I don't want your affection, I'd rather say fuck it. Head down the wrong direction, forgive me, I'm just being honest. I can't take much more of this, I promise. I could vomit, cause I ain't shit in people's eyes. I try, but I'm failing inside sometimes. I wish I wasn't alive, I died. But there's too much greatness to shine. I'm the jewel of my daughter's eye. Don't feel inspired to write down my plans anymore. Knowing you ain't got the answers to this jam anymore. Knowing your words are selfish thoughts I can't handle no more. I'm through, so let's settle the score.
Dear Diary. And I'll tell you the funny thing about that, Crack, that last line. You in there? I'll tell you, fans, the people listening. So funny thing about that. Thank God for Juliana. You know, when I do my ad-libs, I don't write my ad-libs down at all. What up? What up?
Plug.
Huh? Huh? So anyway, I don't write my ad-libs down. I write my lyrics down, obviously, but I don't write ad-libs. I go in the studio, and when I'm in the studio, you know, I do my ad-libs right there on the spot, Johnny on the spot, you know, and I normally do a take or two and kind of pull what's cool, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So with the ad-libs, Thank God for Juliana, that's an ad-lib. And so when I said that, I walked out of the booth. I looked at Slug because he was my recording producer, you know, recording engineer and producer. I was like, man, I got to go back in there. We got to take that shit out, son. He's like, take that out? He's like, bro, that's so fucking powerful. I was like, what do you mean, dude? He's like, you know, you're talking the whole song, he says. The whole song, you're talking about how you can't take no more, you hate this. And I can see it in you because he knows me. He's like, you are to the last brink in the recording. He's like, you know, but I would go there to get out of my head. So he knows, Slug my boy, you know what I mean? And he's like, but that's the shred of hope even in your torn fucking mind and soul. That's what came out of you. He's like, don't take that shit out. That's you. That came out in the song. That's you. We're leaving that shit in there, bro. I was like, I don't know, Slug. I don't want to say my daughter's name. He's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And so
I agree with him.
And I agree with him now too. You know what I mean? I learned a lot from Slug, man. I really did. I found my style with that motherfucker. So.
And that's why I'm glad. I was actually going to mention that is that like, you have the craziest ad libs and the craziest recording process out of anybody that I've ever worked with, which was if you had started you know, working out of my studio, I would have tried to like been like, yo, I mean, like that's no, like, nobody does it that way. I would have tried to change it in some way, and he just like let you grow.
It, you know what I mean?
No, you wouldn't have changed it. But
he did let me grow.
You even if you don't agree with somebody or whatever in your future works, you're gonna be like you're gonna keep it in your mind. You're gonna be like,
I don't do that. Exactly. No, Slug, and I'll tell you what's awesome about J Slug 500 because he's a phenomenal beat producer. Number one, he's a dope ass rapper too. On God,
is he? See, I never heard anything.
Spits. Are you kidding me? We used to get in freestyle sits sometimes. Bro, he spits bars, son. J Slug 500 spits bars, dog. He makes dumb ass beats, like stupid ass beats, and he's a meme. This motherfucker, that song right there was an hour. We'd go in, record it, we would do the thing, and he would work with me. And he took his time and patience. Like, no, look, you did this, and he would point it out to me. I explain it, you know what I mean? Okay, so try it this way, you know, think of it this way, keep the same energy. We're gonna pick up 3 bars before, rap with it, so when the piece hits, you're already in full T.O. mode. I was like, all right, you know, and he really fucking helped develop me in a sense. I was already there in the rough, but he was like, he took his compassion for music because he's an absolutely dope musician, period, all the way around the board, absolutely. And he was like, this kid's doing something unique because he would say that to me all the time, bro. He would say, you know, you're painting pictures, bro. Nobody comes in here in the studio and this. I every song, I'm like, damn, man, I'm making me think about it. I can see the imagery in my head. I was like, word, I hit the spot with you then, son. Like, that's what I want people to be able to say. Thank you. You know what I mean? And he's like, and here's how we can get you, you know, like, and he would suggest things and he would let me do things and be like, yeah, that sounds good. And he would be 100 with me. Nah, I don't like that. I don't fuck with that. And I'll say, okay, let me, or if I loved it, he would keep it in. But he really didn't let me keep shit in because he's like, no, we're going to build T.O. And he didn't let me do features with people that sucked. And he didn't let me keep whack shit in my songs. Dude, he didn't.
I'll tell you, that's the death of any rapper, is doing a bunch of songs with people that are
subpar people.
Yeah,
below you.
They're just below you, or they're even just completely that different. Like, it's fun to get on a track with somebody that's in a different lane, but if they're not up to par, then it's
they gotta be up to par in their own goddamn lane. Yes. You know what I mean? We gotta be speeding along each other on the highway and by the median, but we gotta be scoring the same speed.
Yes.
Facts.
That's the only way.
And so Slug really let me find myself, and it's under the song No Apology is where I really found T.O. Stack. Like, when I recorded that song, which is probably about 2 months into recording, you know, maybe 10 sessions, 4 hours a pop, you know, so 40 songs.
What about I don't have anything for Dear Diary as far as, like, it's one of my favorite songs.
Well, Dear Diary is what it was. Is I'll tell you, play it.
Did you record that one at my house?
No. Most all the album is recorded with Slug at Salt Mine or Gas Labs.
Which one did you do?
Phoenix.
I remember you doing.
I did the newer ones. We did
I know we did the other album.
Last track, we did Mental Health Joint.
Right.
We did Die, the one Die. I wanna find Die one day. Right. The freestyle at the end. All the skits, you know.
The skits themselves, like, that's when we get to the next
one.
We
had a major part.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the next one when we get to that, because we're actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this into 2 parts because there's always so much to mention.
Oh yeah, we gotta break this into 2 parts.
Yeah, because there's no way, and so, like, I mean, I could sit here and we could go through it, but we break it up, but we just go and do it like this so we can, you know, keep the message running. Dear Diary though, what
There you go. Run with it. I'll explain it after.
Right, cool.
Yeah, I'll explain it after. Like you said, I'll explain it after. So you get the context. Because this is true too. This is all true.
Dear Diary. It's called a journal for men.
Dear Diary.
I don't know.
Dear Diary, I hate you so much. Why you lie to me? Feel so lost and out of touch. These entries keep trying me. Starting to be too much. How could you keep denying me and take it to the cusp? These pages keep lining me up. Ain't smear like blush. Could end it all and bite the dust. That's why I write down my thoughts now. Cause it's so tough, so we don't paint the wall with words. A masterpiece that sucks. Could end it all, who give a fuck? That's rough. Feel life slipping out my hands clutch. Erase the penciled in phrases you jotted down. I think I've had enough. The positive stuff you told yourself was just a bluff. Dear Diary, I scribe these words deep inside of thee. Cause I can't lie to you or me. It's written in black and blue. I'm listening and asking you, how can T.O. Stack make it through? Dear Diary, nobody cares so I pipe down. Shit, we barely living right now. I'm falling earthbound. Holly taking flight now. My ex turned my being against me, so I fight it out. She said she's scared, what's to be scared about? That makes me feel empty, so I don't care now. Hurting me's more tempting. A constant stare down. We're stopping or preventing with this nine. Me Aaron went out instead of this pen, cause I feel penned in. Shit, I think I'll say some prayers again. Dear Diary, I scribe these words deep inside of thee. Cause I can't lie to you or me. It's written in black and blue. I'm listening and asking you, how can T.O. Stack make it through? Dear Diary, it's sad but true. You can't lie to me like I lie to you. Just penning in my soul in trying times through and through. Now what I'ma do? Life seems bleak and blue. I eat and I stew on this reality. I wish something new made me feel love, but in reality, keep saying it do, but nothing does in this duality. Take me from the pain and the fuzz by journaling stuff. In actuality, I numb it with the booze and the buzz, and don't get a buzz. Wanna get up with the thoughts to lift me up. Where's the expressions? Keep it moving when the moving gets tough. I can't keep on doing it. I feel like giving up. Dear diary, I scribe these words deep inside of thee, cause I can't lie to you or me. It's written in black and blue. I'm listening and asking you, how can Tiola Stat make it through? Dear diary.
Hey, Doc, thanks again for seeing me on such short notice, man. I really appreciate it. I want to get this thing kind of moving for me.
Yeah. When I wrote this song, this is how I first started rhyming, literally. I went, this atrocity when my ex-wife happened, and I found myself homeless. My boy Rusty let me stay with him for a month. Shouts out my guy Rusty, because he really cared. And he's a good person. Again, service to others. So I stay with him, and I'm in his backyard at night, getting out of my head, smoking a joint, typing into my phone, songs. You know what I mean? But they weren't songs. They were literally just my journal entries, like to get out of my head. And I was rhyming them somewhat so because, it's creativity, and I found pleasure in doing that. Like, that's kind of cool. It sounds cool because I've always liked hip hop. I've always spit bars since like 4th grade, bro. You know what I mean? And so it's already natural to me. So I was like, I like this because it's making me think about how I feel, right? So that's what you're doing in your journal entry, right? That's what you're doing in the diary entry. So then once I get kind of on my feet in Avondale, I started IOP. I put myself into an IOP, intensive outpatient, because of the stuff that had gone on, right? So I could be around other people, talk with other people, get to see other people feel like this and what they do and what I can do and compare and contrast. And I had a great doctor, And so I loved it. I loved going to the IOP. And so I wrote this song because she had said one of the techniques, keep a journal entry. I was like, men don't keep journal. That's fucking gay. Diaries, they keep journals. That's fucking gay. She's like, well, do it a journal entry or, make something creative like you are. And I was like, all right, yeah. Because I didn't keep journal entries every day to day, you know what I mean? But
just the
that was the song that came. Yeah, that was the song that came out of an IOP meeting that I had gone to. And I went home and I was like, dear diary, you know what I mean? Just busting her balls. Because I love my doctor, Natasha. She was mad cool. I was like, yeah. I said, here's my diary entry, dear diary. I hate you so much. That's how the song starts.
Dude, that's so good. That is so good. I mean, it's obviously not good, but it's so good. I mean,
no,
it really
it's not. But if you, honestly, bro, if you really fucking analyze what I'm saying in that song, the fucking entendres and double meanings and how many are in that song, dude, I can't. The first one is, why you lining me, like, push me to the cusp. These entries keep lining me up. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that right there, bro.
That's a bar. I mean,
Ink smears like blush.
Yeah. Now, see, that one always got me. Not because of it's because of the visual that comes along with it. Like, you're painting pictures. You're painting pictures with words.
But here's the thing too. I'm making fun of my doctor again because diaries are for fucking girls. So what am I? I got blush and shit by my fucking. So it's, you know what I mean. So what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah,
this is how I was writing, was literally in a lot of my songs. The entire Insights album I wrote on my buddy's back porch. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, those were my feelings. Those were just my thoughts. And then when I met Imminent through King Ralph there, my boy, shouts out to my 2 Imminent King Ralph Miz. Let's go, Buffalo Kids. Anyway, so I met them guys, and then I was playing the beats, and I'm reading. I was like, I want to write to them, and I was like, well, I wonder what this sounds like. And it was fucking a couple tracks off. I can't remember them all now because I got so many fucking tracks. But on the Insights album,
you got too many damn tracks.
So many, bro. It's ridiculous.
You got too many tracks that people ain't heard.
Oh my God, I have 150 I've never even released yet.
That's
what
I'm saying.
Certain projects. And I got Fight Club. I got the Judith tapes. I got the fucking Jester album.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Jester Root, Saturday morning cartoons. I got The fucking first one, the mixtape, the cassette tape days.
They're gonna think I'm fucking. They're gonna end up being like, yo, you know, Own Lane, Shadowworks Entertainment. They're gonna. Why are they armed and educated? How are they doing this? Like, he's been dead for like, you know, 20 years. There's still albums coming out.
Yeah, exactly. I hope I can release them all, but that's the thing. If I don't personally get to release them, that's exactly the plan, because someone in this company, you know, because if people don't out there, you know, Crack and I are partners on this shit. You know what I mean? SHxTiN cannot operate on his own. It's not. I need more people. Actually, I need a bigger team. I'm trying to recruit people, a guy to help me editing. You know, I got a guy, my dude from Indie Nation, that's helped me with fucking marketing now. It's solid. You know what I mean? So we're talking tomorrow. So like, you know, I got my producer, Eminem. I got my engineer, marketing guru. No, all do all type shit. Fucking Crack. You know, I'm for real though. You know, Casey with the fucking the you know, abstract type thoughts that play with me. You know what I mean? Like, so I got people in my life, but I need more. I need street team. I got Cody. He's gonna lead that.
Nice. That's a good person.
Cody,
for
fucking, he's a great kid, man. I love him to death.
Student,
my boy, I love him. He's my old student. Yeah, he was a student of mine when I was a teacher for 2 years. And then we, you know, I stopped teaching. Obviously, I went to the universities and really was a part of setting up online education, like online classes for real, because this was right before COVID, and we took the model that we were doing at where I was working and implemented it into most major universities in this country in 2019, and they were using our data and what we were doing there. And so I helped set that. Yeah, it's for real. I helped set that up across the nation. You know what I mean? COVID, because everybody was going to school, not at school. Everyone had to go online. Yep. A lot of universities don't have online schools in 2018, bro. Not even a thing. When we were breaking University of Phoenix, Ashford University, where I worked, these were two breakout fucking organizations.
Phoenix for sure, because they already had the infrastructure.
University of Phoenix is massive, bro.
Yeah, and they really are. I mean, they've been helping people, you know, for a long time. So shout outs to them. You know what I'm saying?
University of Phoenix, good shit. So yeah, so that's kind of the breakdown of that, you know, because it might, you know, that's what it comes down to. I started writing. I started taking it serious at my buddy's house, writing my thoughts out. And then when I met Eminem, it became like, I'm going to do this. My brother Trevor and my sister-in-law Amy bought me 8 hours at the Salt Mine Studio Oasis Gas Labs at $60 an hour for a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or some shit. No, Christmas gift. Because it was December that I recorded my first time, 22. Bought it for me for Christmas. You know what I mean? So because of my brother Trevor, and I was able to get into the studio for 8-hour session. I booked the 8-hour session. I'm like, I'm gonna go do this. No way, dude. I did 4 tracks: Microphone Maestro, Judith, No More, and one more, the one off the Insights album. First 4 tracks I recorded.
That's insane.
And that came back next week. Slug was like, man, I'm tired. I'm like, I'm fucking tired too, bro, because we were kind of partying.
Yeah.
We'll come back next. And then it was an every weekend thing, every Friday from December of 2022 until I went fucking up to Surprise when I was living with the fucking with a Fanuc there. You know what I mean? Yeah. For real though, you know what I mean? Fucking Fanuc. So that was what? Fucking June, July. That was April, June of 2023. So every Friday from December of 22, over a year, bro. Every Friday I would go. Me and Slug would go to Salt Mine Studio Oasis. I would buy 4 hours of studio time, and I'd knock 4 tracks out, 3 tracks out.
That's fucking insane.
A year.
That's dedication, and again, like, you developed your voice during that time period, and I feel like, but you had it from day one, because that's one of my favorite songs ever of yours is Dear Diary. I mean, so is fucking Hard Times. So is like No More. So like, you already had your style in. It just needed to be, you know, like
crafted. It needed to be honed. Yeah. It needed to be honed. It needed to be helped molded because it's in me. It's obviously me.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do something. You can't make someone do something they don't want to do.
No.
But I needed Jay Slug because, and I give him his credit. I give him his flowers all the time because he really helped develop SHxTiN. And I would love to work with him again. You know what I mean? I've been trying to get the motherfucker to do, but he's got other things going, so I get it. But man, me and him have such fucking magic in the studio, bro. Magic. Like, you and I have magic, but our own I have magic with all you guys because I don't want to record at home.
Yeah.
I want to be in a fucking lab, son, with an engineer, some knows it, can listen exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing it, and give me immediate feedback, and we build on that. That's the best feeling in the fucking world, man. Really Nothing like taking the awesome beat, Music therapy, by the way. This all plays into mental health. I get the beat from Imminent. That's the first part of it, all right? Because I get excited. I get a 10-pack. I open up beats. I fucking start bumping them. I freestyle like a motherfucker. And I'm like, all right, this one. And I pull like 5 or 6 aside, start writing to them. Boom, right? Then I fucking write to them. That's the second part. Getting my thoughts out, being creative, doing something constructive, purposeful. You know what I mean? It's cool, and it makes me feel good. And then you go to the studio and release that energy in the booth, right? And that's what the song becomes a song with the engineer. Because I don't know, had I been recording myself first off, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, dude. Bro. How would I know? Boy, I download GarageBand or BandLab. Like I got BandLab now, but like download BandLab to do what to it? I would have probably spit right into the phone with no microphone, and that would have been what I released. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Type shit, bro.
But no, instead you have these fucking masterpieces that are right off the, they're fresh off the press. They're fucking, and they are to the press, you guys. So go ahead and get them when you see them. Pre-order right now. Mental Health Despondent Edition.
Mental Health Despondent Edition. Yeah, it'll be on tape, cassette. It'll be tape, cassette, CD, and vinyl. Everyone that buys a copy. So if you buy the CD or tape, you get the free mixtape. I need help. You know what I mean? Mixtape. And if you buy the record, because it's a little more, unfortunately, and so I can start controlling it all, I can drop the price. But I got to use people, and it's going to be a little more. But it's a dope album. It's going to come with, okay, the record is the entire Despondent Edition. It comes with the mixtape for free. It comes with other tracks with it, just to throw in for them, and artwork, additional artwork that you're not going to get in both the tape or the cassette. Probably not even released on social media because I got so much artwork and shit for days and days and days, video and pictures, bro. You know that as well as I do.
I know.
90% of it I'll never be able to use, and it's like there's so much dope shit in there, bro. Dude, I got some cool shit there.
There's so much art. There's so much art. Like that's like you say, that's the convergence. That's the abstract convergence.
Abstract convergence. Let's face it. That's this right here. That is this right here. You know, think of this right here. This is the mental health tape in the eyes of face. Oh,
dirty.
Look at that, dude.
Dirty.
That is a fucking gully shirt, dog.
Yeah.
Hand painted.
Shit, them shits is fucking they are.
That shit is fire, bro. And they're gonna be coming out. You know, I'm pretty sure Face did something. I said he could. You know.
Well, then check out Faces.
Check out Faces because those are one of ones. You're never going to get them anywhere else. Faces is the only person that is allowed to use that image. Period. Besides myself, you know what I mean. Faces is the only one that can use that. Period. So if you want a shirt like this, hit up Faces 613519.
There we go. I was trying to think of it. Yeah.
Hit him up, bro.
So he's
dope. He's so dope.
So you got art, you got music, you got the visuals to go with it. That is the convergence, isn't that?
An abstract convergence where reality emerges and combines. I write my rhymes. Face paints us out. I write my rhymes or something. I have a whole freestyle for that too, bro.
Well, you know how we like to go out. I didn't let you know what this was either.
Yo, who is that kid? He's talking stupid again. That goddamn who ruined him, threw him away, and picked him back up out of the garbage bin. He said you can win, stupid motherfucker. Why you trying to play yourself? Goddamn, you is on the top shelf, no, on the bottom one. You get off, fitting anytime you want, but you can't get off the bench until you pull them stars. Fuck a bitch, I don't need to get my dick lit. I'll jump off all over a base and tell her to leave in the first place anyway. Who is that kid speaking to? Who is that kid speaking to? It's me. It's me, it's only me. That's all I give a fuck about. I ain't comparing me to you. Can't be still a 7 do what I do. I guarantee fucking teeth. You ain't spitting this hot as me. Pump, dump. You can get your shit slumped. Go to sleep, cause I already put you there with a knuckle punch and an uppercase and a fucking sandwich to your face. I hope you're still hungry, man. I got a backpack full of them. I don't even pull a gun. No, I rhyme out, time out, I time out my and I don't know, I'm fucking climbing. I ain't doing stupid shit like this and that horse. I am the one of course. You ain't heard of me? Damn, what, you've been sleeping or so young you reading books out nurseries? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? I ain't ran. I ran over motherfuckers that I can't stand. God damn, how the fuck is he gonna do this? How the fuck is he gonna breathe? Man, I barely have, and I can't. I need some I need a little cocaine too, so I can keep my heart going until after school. Cause I ain't been asleep in a few, and I still been working, and writing flows and doing all the content you see on me. He'll show. Oh, yo, is I get. Cause even little motherfucker, you can talk shit. No, you can't, bro. How could you? I'm too much to handle, man. Damn, 80s version, Steel Rambo, back with you, back with kids, I'm back with this, and you can't get back to me as quick as I can spit up, flow in, put you into 3 pieces, turn you into the seed like me and Crack was talking earlier. You won't believe conversations we have.
Bringing it back, bringing it back, bringing it back, bringing it back.
Yo.
Hey.
Ooh. Okay. Yo, this is what it is. Who is that? That's Todd Pence. Him is the guy that created Fearless that you're so used to. Don't be fooled. It's him, dude. He just has a split personality. Shut the fuck up, Todd. Why you talking shit to me? Man, I wouldn't believe you is on an interview talking about Fearless. That ain't cool, man. What's wrong? Shut up, dog. Go back there. This is my song. I'm spitting because I can. I am Todd Pence, Mr. Pence. Those kids that knew me when I was filthy glitch. Oh shit, no shit. Yo, you ain't got no boards. Fearless that now, bitch, for board. And I'm in it, and I'm gonna move, and I ain't losing nothing. I'ma take it over. I'll prove it to you. Prove what to me, dog? I raped you. I made you up. I could erase you, take you out. What? You ain't got shit on the kid. Remember, to the day you die, it's always Todd fucking Pence.
Todd fucking Pence.
No, I'm not the sad. I'm still fucking dogs. I'm Todd Pence. I'm Todd Pence. No, I'm not on the sad, son. I'm still fucking dogs. You want a little bit of love?
Yeah.
That shit went hard right there, bro.
Yeah. Going in.
Hard.
There's we got the
I
recordings.
can feel.
We got that.
I can feel that shit went hard, bro.
Yo,
For
that
real.
shit was fun. That shit was cool.
That is stupid.
That's how we
I
like
can
to
do
go
that.
out. That's how we like to go out. Is on a
Who's
badass.
going out like
freestyle.
that?
Yo,
Nobody's going out like
let's
that,
see him.
dog.
Let's see him. That's a challenge. Anybody? Yeah.
I'll put it out there. Nobody gonna challenge that. No one's gonna take that challenge.
Ain't nobody gonna
Dude, that was all
challenge
off
me.
the dome right there, dog. That was all off the dome, son.
Yeah.
Thank God you recorded it.
Yeah, right?
I can't wait to listen to it later.
Exactly. Oh, yo, hey, it's been another time.
Bars and that bitch.
We've been shooting the shits. Yo, give you shout outs. Who you got?
I got my brothers. So shouts out Burns and Lil T, Amy and Angie. Obviously I got Cracker Rican, Shadow Work Entertainment on Lane. Shouts out Jess, his girl. Shouts out his kid. You know what I mean? Jaden, because this is a good family. They're good to me. They're part of the reason I'm still fucking here, people. So on Lane.
Lane.
I got everybody in the Heist Club. Shouts out to the Heist Club. My boy Lefty Pacino. Shouts out Left. All the DJs, DJ Mikey G, fucking DJ Ant One from Rhyme Report, 6th Floor, Detroit Hustle, all the bars and beats. You know what I mean? So that's a whole gang of MCs. Like I can't even Katona P, fucking Mr. Ripley, Rulers Inc., fucking Imminent Productions, J Slug, my cats from Buffalo, or from them was all Buffalo cats, right? King Ralph, fucking Miz.
Lettuce, fucking
Lettuce,
You got so many motherfuckers, man.
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. And I say this because I was talking to Left earlier on Instagram, and he is, he commented on one of my reels. I was like, I appreciate it. And then he obviously hit me in the DMs because we got work together. We got Crystal Clear, and we're working on a tough joint right now, bro. You know what I mean? But I got a lot of new MCs too. Merge, fucking Streets the Villain, fucking Mad Dog McGraw. Shout out to Rap Nerd. Shout out to fucking Fire Chick. I mean, come on, son. Like, shout out to fucking Air It Out Radio. Shout out to DJ Unknown. He first to break no apology. I mean, like, people don't understand you don't do this shit by yourself.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I'm blessed because, one, I enjoy this music shit that much. I'm willing to put my shit out there. I love building with people because I love people. You know what I mean? I'm a social studies teacher. I taught social studies for a reason. I'm fascinated with society and people within it.
And people
so I
recognize
build that well. I do, and I like talking with people because look at this is the time period in my life, guys, where I lost everything and everyone, and then all of a sudden I'm starting to write. Shouts out Max Osama, Goonies, Monstah357. How can I never forget them? Them are the fucking core of me.
That's
you know
the
what I mean?
people.
Absolutely, because Monstah said to me, "Bro, you need to do this with Max." Max said to me, dude, what the fuck, where have you been? And those two people right there and Jay Slug gave me the fucking confidence to be an MC. So I was like, yeah, my shit is tight. Nigga, your shit's tight, blah, 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 blah. And that's when we formed the Goonies, you know what I mean? And so
Goonies.
I started writing in a time of disparity, and all of a sudden in the hip-hop community, I'm writing and putting shit out, like, because I'm a white dude, you know what I mean? I'm an Italian dude, son. It's just not the most prevalent game for a lot of white people. It's just not. It's a fact, bro. And so, you know, I'm already up against a lot of odds, and so people treat me with a lot of respect, you know what I mean? I don't get my balls busted, and some people do, bro. Because, again, I talk real shit. Everything I'm writing is no cap, son. I'm not making shit up. Emerge the MC said something like this. He's like, people get in the booth, they don't know what to do because they got to make their rhymes up. Shit, facts, bro. This shit's all me. This is why it comes so naturally. What I just spit right there off the dome, natural, because that is me. I'm Todd, I'm Tealestat, I'm Mr. Pitts, the teacher. I'm all of these things.
Yo, that's the best way to end it. That's who it
Fight
is.
Club. Fight Club right there, son.
Yep.
And I've been doing that in my freestyles, like Todd versus Tealestat. I go back and forth to myself in my freestyles. I did it in the Tony joint.
See, this motherfucker's crazy.
Why are you so?
MPD.
Tell me why you mad. I'm gonna release that video tomorrow morning too.
Oh, are you?
Tell them why you mad.
So
yeah.
yo, check on the socials. Where they find you on the socials?
Yeah. I'm at TO_Lestat on Instagram. I'm at Tealestat the Wise on Facebook and YouTube, and Tealestat T.O.Lestat on Facebook and YouTube. So you can type any combination of TO_Lestat, T.O.Lestat, or TO_Lestat, and you'll find me, son. For real.
I
that's
took
all
them
my
all.
socials. I got every one of them. I locked it down. I own this lane, son. This is my own lane.
It's your own lane, bruh.
My own lane.
That plug, yo. So that's actually that's why we jumping off to the next one, because we got part 2 gonna come back to you. We gonna hit it with the Despondent Edition, mental health. We crushing the shit.
Because we got 3 tracks, so we can put it into 3 parts, really.
Let's run it.
Let's go with it.
As always.
All right, shouts out to my fans too. You know, because again, I don't make music for you guys. I really don't. I make it because it's me. But there's nothing. I honestly know this, and this is why I try to give away so much shit. If you look at, I give away sticker packs. I used to give away the fucking stickers all the time. Fucking hats. You know, this is because, bro, I feel honored of it. You know, because if people can relate to what I'm saying, and some people do, and they tell me about it. Shouts out my guy Alex Mayo. You know what I mean? He's a fan of mine, and we became cool because he said, "Man, I can relate to this. I feel this shit." And that makes me feel good because it makes me want to say, okay, I do want to do this, because I wasn't going to release Mental Health. I wasn't even going to come out and spit originally. I was just writing my thoughts down. And then I met Imminent, and Imminent was like, bro, you got a dope flow. Why wouldn't you? And then I asked Slug, because I know Slug not from music. I know him from the streets. Me and Slug go back. You know what I mean? So I was like, what do you think? He's like, let's get in this motherfucker. He didn't even take it serious until he heard me spit Microphone Maestro. And Judith, he's like, yo, what the fuck? I've never been in a studio. He's like, dude, let's go. And we fucking build. And this is where Tealestat comes from. The making of this album is over. It's not a week, a month. It's just a year, 2.5 year process. Those songs were written individually. And because it's so real, I could pull a fucking track and be like, this is how I fucking felt for this is what mental health is. And so, stay tuned for part 2 coming up again. Boom. It's Tealestat. It's Armed and Educated. Shadowworks Entertainment. Own lane.
Hey, on lane, shooting the shits again. Tealestat, I appreciate you, brother. Hey, stay on. We gonna make this thing happen. Like I shown. Yeah, yo, that freestyle was on though.
Yo, the beat freestyle was stupid, dude. It's one of the stupidest freestyles I've ever kicked in my life, dog.
Man.
Tell me it isn't. You've heard a lot of my freestyles, bro.
I can't even say shit because of damn. Because I heard the best freestyle anybody's ever spit in the history of people. Like the history of humans.
God damn, I wish I never got rid of that motherfucker.
Me fucking too.
Sheesh.
Me fucking too. That's the crazy shit.
I know, because here's the thing. Again, this is at a time period. When I first met you, I really only had Max and Monstah. You know what I mean? So I wasn't in a period like I was as deep as I am in it when I like. I had the Insights album, and people fucked with it, and it kind of made me want to do it more music. You know, put more of the marketing and the content, because prior to meeting you, I just started doing my own content when I met you. I didn't do any type of content before.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I didn't know anything because I didn't know anything about it, bro.
Right.
I didn't know what I was